Now, yeah, again, what do we do about that? I think it's almost impossible to come up with a solution. I think the answer has to lie in if you believe in due process, no matter what, which is what this country was founded on.
Due process.
I've had so many people call this.
And you've got it. You've got it. Look at you. You're on TV being paid right now as a rapist.
To tell your side of the story.
You're not in an orange jumpsuit in cuffs, unable to speak. You're being paid $35,000 to do 1 hour and 41 minutes of work. I would say that's some fucking freedom. You got paid $37,000 to sit here and do this bullshit nonsense show that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemies. And you're going to sit here and talk about you're held back? You know, you guys forget. And again, just because several hundred people hate you on Twitter, that doesn't mean you've been fucked out of your life and your career is over. Obviously, his career isn't over. He just made $37,000 in 2 hours. How many of you have ever made $37,000 in an hour and 40 minutes? Raise of hands? Oh, 0? I would say he's doing pretty fucking well. So to hear this motherfucker whine that his career is over, he made more money than most of you made in the last 6 months while saying his career is over. Fuck.
And it's like you've embarrassed your brand publicly, whether you deserve it or not. And they're all like, due process, due process. Like, say he got super drunk one night and was like streaking through the streets of LA and being a complete fool. And the company was like, okay, you're fired. Yeah. You've embarrassed us.
Is that? We need due process.
Like, isn't due process like a legal
you're a huge embarrassment. Nobody wants it. Guess what? If you're accused of rape, you're fucked. So what are you talking about? When you say due process, do you mean that a 17-year-old girl should abide by your law and never speak about you because you should have a career? Who are you saying? The government isn't taking you down, and the only people taking you down are your own people and yourself. Your company, the company that you work with, canceled you. You canceled yourself. The government loves you still. You're not in jail. You're not arrested. You're not disabled. You're not allowed to work. You could do whatever you want. You could run for president still, if you wanted. So for him to sit around and pretend like he's a victim, fuck you, nigga.
And Brendan is going to accidentally ask a smart question.
Yeah, watch.
Describe to me, in your situation, what would be due process? Because it's not like, it's different.
You need evidence. You need, I don't want to go into, I really don't want to talk about specifically what I'm doing.
Then yell it to the people. You know, you're pretending that it's like some entity that is fucking you over. It's human beings. It's the free market of human beings deciding this. And if you don't like the majority thought, I don't know what to tell you. There is no entity keeping you down. If 1,000 girls hate you because one girl said you're a scumbag, that's life. You know what I mean? That's just
there's a million
human nature.
Different reasons why someone's career could tank.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that it's not. It's like, life ain't fair. And
life isn't fair, and
due process
you're
in
not
every situation
owed,
that happens to you.
You're not owed this lottery winner life. Like, like if Tom Cruise does 3 movies in a row that tank, then he doesn't get another movie, and he doesn't get to go, we need due process. This should be in a court of law. I shouldn't be able to not work. I should be able to still get money, even though I'm not. You know what I mean? If a band, Chance the Rapper, put out a terrible album, that could hurt his career, but it's the people's decision. It's the people. It's the customer's decision. The customer is always right. Now, yes, there would be a problem if, like, the government stepped in and said, Chance the Rapper, because your album sucked, you are not allowed to make another album. Yeah, that's a problem. People should stick up for that. But if the people decide they don't want to pay into this anymore, that's up to them. And you need to convince the people otherwise. You don't want due process. Bryan, you're not going to look good on the stand. Okay? That's not going to make your life any easier. You've got it great right
does
now.
he want a trial where he's on the stand against the girl and they show every video that he's ever recorded
exactly
talking about how women love
Do you want
raped?
that? Because believe me,
like you don't
I
want
could
that.
convince a jury in 30 minutes to put you away for life. Is that what you want? A jury of 6 black people deciding? No, I think what you've got right now is best case scenario. Okay? But all these guys want to pretend that it's unjust. There is nothing more just than being accused of rape and being able to be a free man the next day with all your friends intact and you're sitting in the same seat as yesterday. Okay? Pretty fucking cool deal.
I want to just forget that. I want to move on. But I'm talking about a larger context where people who get literally lose their living because of a tweet, because of a picture they posted.
Lose their living. This isn't owed to you. This career is not owed to you. Most people don't have a living to begin with or a career to begin with. Most people are born with nothing, and they have Chipotle to look forward to give you an extra scoop of chicken while you abuse them as a celebrity. Listen, I don't ever fall for this. It's like, Brad Williams, I'm not allowed. You're not allowed to be what? On HBO? Oh, my God. You're not allowed to be what? A movie star? Yeah, no shit. But your career is fully intact here, okay? They want it all. They want it all. They want to be a scumbag, accused of rape, and also what do you want to be? The spokesperson for Allstate? I don't understand.
And I don't know if he says it here in the Crowder interview, but he keeps trying to equate his rape accusation with like people getting canceled for a joke and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's always in the same sentence.
No one's ever been canceled for a joke.
Something you could tell a joke. It's just
like,
the exact same thing.
Yeah, and guess what, Bryan? I'm pre-canceled on all that stuff. I could never do any of the things that you've done just because I've said words. So to see you complain is fucking gay. And to fall for this as a man and to think you need to stand it. Look at his fucking dick. I'd like to shoot that off. I'd like to shoot one of Joe Rogan's arrows right into that fucking penis hole.
Yep.
And with something, and because of
or
their
an
politics.
old sketch they've done.
Yes,
yeah.
and because of their politics. This is what's happening. And the list is very fucking long of people who cannot earn a living.
That's not true.
And that means that their children and everybody else.
I love they cannot earn a living, yet they have access to the internet at their house. They have a beautiful car, a beautiful condo. Do you know what not earning a living means? Do you even know before you open your mouth, I can't earn a living? You know, Josh Denny, I can't earn a living. Hey, my Chipotle was 5 minutes late via Uber Eats. You can have food delivered to your house while not being able to make a living? That's pretty crazy. Wow, I've never heard of any. You know, tell that to the kids with flies buzzing around their heads while they, chill out in a puddle in Guantanamo, Africa. I mean, these people, what is a living to you? It's like, if you can't be a rich, famous, loved celebrity, it's unfair. This is what these people are saying. Meanwhile, he's got millions in the bank. How can you feel bad for a millionaire that can't make millions now? He can only make $700,000 a year. But I was making $1.2 million last year. Now I'm making $700,000. They've ruined me. How many of you make $700,000? He's making more money as a convicted rapist on the internet than you'll ever make in your life. And you feel bad for him? Yeah, well, on the internet, I said. You've been convicted on the internet.
We should bring back your boarding school so that we can set Callen in the middle of a gym and all scream at him
exactly,
for an hour.
Yes.
That's how he makes me feel.
I'm not allowed to be beloved. That's what they're really yelling. I'm mad that my perfect fake reputation is ruined. I'm mad that, you know why? because they didn't get famous for the money. They didn't get famous for the art. They got famous so that everyone would love them. They got famous so that when he shows up at his kid's school, everyone's in awe of the fame. Bryan Callen's here. And now when they see you, they go, ew, isn't that rapist? Your reputation is all that ever mattered to you. Your image is all that you ever cared about. Otherwise, it's impossible. I mean, to become famous means you need to care about what people think of you over everything. You could become rich without anyone knowing who you are. It's very easy to become rich on the internet. Okay? To become famous means you need everyone to love you. And that's why these guys get so mad. They don't lose their career. They lose the love, the admiration from people, which is what they need and want the most, because they need